So guys, I thought I would do something new for my TBR and I decided to start my year off with a wheel of book names. Okay? Because I thought about doing usually my TBR jar, but I feel like I kind of have some thoughts in my mind of books that I already want to read. So let's go ahead and see what fate has got for me with the books that I put on this list. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, I'm Garcella Robinson. This is my little part of the world where I talk about books, anything that's happening in the book community, and of course, whatever I want, because this is my channel. Guys, I am so happy that I've decided to do it this way. I really have a whole idea in my mind, and I'm not gonna lie, January has been such a good month that I just want to read. But also, I'm not in the mood to sit there and read books that I don't really have my mind on. I have books that was already on my thoughts to get done, and this is the perfect time to do it. So I felt like the best bet would be a wheel of titles. Okay, I feel like this is going to be something new, it's going to be something fun, and hopefully my choices, especially because I'm happy about all these books that I chose, but hopefully this wheel of titles will get me, like, not even get me into a good reading mood, but make February even better than January. So let's go ahead and get started. So first I'm going to start with all of the books that is on my wheel of titles, just so you guys can have an idea when the name pops up. I am going to go more in detail of the book that was picked, but not when I'm going over the books that I have chosen. So guys, the first book that I want to mention, this is The Rhythm of Time, Questlove with S.A. Crosby. This is also the author who made King of Ashes and All the Sinners Bleed. All the Sinners Bleed, which I love. So I was so happy to be able to pick this book up. But this is one of the choices that I have on my wheel of titles. The next title that I have is The Long Shot by Kennedy Ryan. I've been wanting to get to this book ever since I read her book Real. I have not read a second book by her, so I felt like maybe this would be in the next step. I have heard a whole bunch of gut-wrenching tales. If you do not know, sometimes I love to spoil myself, but I've seen so much on this, how people hated it and how others loved it. So I want to be able to experience it and give my own thoughts on it. So this, I feel like, was a perfect choice for the month of February. The next choice that I have is Plus Size Player. This is also in the Curvy Girl Summer series. I've been wanting to get to this for a long time now, okay? You just do not know. I just always keep putting it off. Something comes up, or I just end up, another book catches my fancy. So I feel like it's time to dedicate some time to this. So I felt like this was a perfect choice to have. So I'll tell you the truth, like I said, all of these books, I hope that they can get chosen, okay? But sadly, I will only be choosing 4 books this month. The next one that I have is Parable of the Sours. I know I have both of them. I don't plan on reading both, okay? I only plan on reading the first one, but I didn't want to open it because I feel like it looks so pretty wrapped up and everything. But of course, if this book gets chosen, then I will open it. But yes, I felt like this was a perfect choice for this month, and I really feel like I'm going to enjoy it. So that's why I got added to this list, and I know it's going to prove me right. So the next one that we have is The Principle of Moments. I wouldn't say that I've been wanting to get to this book in a long time. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the times I feel like this is just used for display.
She's pretty, SpongeBob.
I know that's crazy. I had got this in a fairy, I believe, no, not a fairy loot. It was a Lumicrate box. I got this in a Lumicrate box, and I just got it. I really didn't look into this author much, so it was a surprise for me, especially with this being a debut novel. But I've always wanted to make some time for it, and I feel like this is the perfect month to make time and finally have it be displayed for not just how pretty it is, but also how much I love it possibly too. Now on to the next one, we have King of Ashes. Ever since I read All the Sinners Bleed by S.A. Crosby, literally he well, sorry, I keep getting it mixed. I always say Crosby, but it's Cosby. He literally have me in a chokehold since that All the Sinners Bleed book. So I had to add this to the list. When I first picked it up, I was automatically going to read it, but I do love to have my books sit and marinate because I got other books to read. I can't, make some favorites and push them to the front when I have other obligations. But I feel like this is the perfect excuse to bump this up the list and add it to my wheel of titles. The next book that we have is Our Vicious Oath. I've been hearing such great things, okay? Such great things about this author, about this book, and I can't wait to experience it. I'm not gonna lie, this was one of my anticipated reads of last year, and also this is hopefully my anticipated read for the month of February. I really hope this book get chosen. I really, really, really want to read it, okay? I really, really want to read it. So hopefully if this wheel is working in my favor, this is one of the books that will get chosen. Next we have Audrey and Bash Are Just Friends. I added this to my list because I feel like since it's February and we already know Valentine's, that dreadful day, is on its way, I still want to be able to experience a good romance. So I felt like this was perfect to add it, especially with the hearts, them just being friends. Like I feel like I'm setting myself up for a good, cozy, wonderful moment in the month of February. Now we have Blood of the Roots. Ever since I did my last video of why is book talkers being called illiterate, I ended up showing a little clip that the author had showed for the trailer.
Black boys like me don't have magical powers. At least, that's what I thought. It's been a summer of revelations, heartbreak, betrayal. And now, it's homecoming. It's time to return to Cayman University, the magical HBCU for young Black convicts. But now, new secrets and dangers await. What's done in the dark comes to light.
And I know, okay? If you watch that video, you get where I'm getting at. But I ended up watching that trailer and it really made me want to boost this up my timeline for reading from this author. So I felt like this was perfect to choose. And also too, don't even get me started on the second book cover for this. I feel like it looks so pretty and I want to get it so bad, but I've been trying to hold myself back from picking up the second book, especially if I haven't read the first one, and I don't know if I'm gonna love it. So yes, we shall see, but I really hope this get picked. It will definitely be I feel like a quick read, but also a wonderful one, especially after being in that time of Immortal Dark. I feel like this will definitely give similar vibes, but more young adult fashion. But still, I feel like I will love this. So yeah. The next book that we have is Blood in the Water. I have not read a book by Tiffany D. Jackson. She's really good at doing horror she really do good horror, at least that's what I've heard. I have not read no book by her. This is one of the first books that I ever got by this author, but I'm really hoping that this get picked so I can be able to get a taste of her and see if she will become a favorite author of mine. I really feel like this is good, like really short, so I feel like I will be able to fly through this and hopefully love it. So hopefully this get chosen. Okay guys, we only got 4 more books. We almost done before we let the wheel decide my fate for February month. But the next one that I have is Vicious Bonds by Shanora Williams. I had a TikToker, she ended up recommending this book and she really wanted to read it. She really wanted me to read it and said that it's really good and it's something that's different. So I really want to be able to explore this and also come back and let her know my thoughts on it. So I feel like this will definitely be a good story to read and also to be able to pick up the second book if I really love it. Okay. And the next one that we have is Black Fatigue. I really want to read this book. I end up making a whole video of this being a book that I end up getting on my last book haul, especially from Antonio Talks or Speaks if you watch his videos. of him mentioning it, and bringing it to light for me to want to be able to explore other authors like this and go into more thoughtful, I wouldn't say thoughtful reads, because I feel like even for me, fiction can be very thoughtful depending on what book that you're reading and what they could possibly be teaching or in that book. So yes, I really want to read this book, especially with it being short, and also getting a lot of, well, getting some knowledge during Black History Month. And yeah, I would love to be able to experience this. So I end up adding this to my list too. The next book that we have chosen is The Rage of Dragons. I heard this was a Black fantasy book centering a man, and I really can't wait to read this. I don't really see that many Black fantasy authors, and especially with this getting such high praise, I really couldn't put it off. And not only with this being the month, this was already on my list, I would have been got it if the time, but surprisingly I just end up getting it this month, just now, just hearing about it. And I want to be able to experience this and get a feel for another fantasy author, especially with my love for fantasy. I feel like this will be a great series to get into more of his books. I'm not sure if he had more, but yes, I can't wait to, I really hope this one get picked, especially because I feel like I will fly through this. I already read the synopsis and it just sounds so enticing, okay? It sounds like my type of books, especially with my love, well, not even my love-hate relationship, okay, for Game of Thrones, and especially with it referencing saying Game of Thrones. I feel like this will definitely be a good book, love of mine, where I can also see myself in these characters. So yes, that's a +1 point for me. And last but not least, okay, last but not least, the one that is most anticipated for me. I've been waiting for to get to this book, and I have the perfect excuse. Even though the excuse would have came up way faster, but regardless, this is the perfect book. I really hope it get chosen. There's so many books and I only could pick 4, so I really hope this one could get chosen, and that is Eternal Ruin. Now this is the second book to Immortal Dark, and I love that book so much, and I really want to jump back into this world, okay? Not even just that, like for each of her books, she just have them looking so beautiful. Man, I'm already in love and I haven't even read it, okay? But I love the first one, and I know for sure I'm going to love the second one. I don't want to jinx it, but I have a feeling. And yes, I really hope this get chosen. I hope all these books get chosen, but sadly, I only can pick 4. Now that we have all of the books that I end up choosing out of the way, let's go ahead and spin this wheel and see the first book that I will be reading in the month of February. So of course, y'all, the first book that I will be reading is Plus Size Player. Alright, I've been wanting to get to this book. Let's go ahead and get a little bit more into what this book is going to be giving me this month. So for Plus Size Player, I have literally been mentioning it on a whole bunch of videos, if you do not know. But Plus Size Player is about one of, in Curvy Girl Summer, she had a best friend. She loved to do everything. She felt like there was a man for everything. She didn't need one, she had multiple. She needed somebody to drive her somewhere. She had that man. She had just whatever she wanted to do. She needed one for money, she got one for money. If she needed one for vacation, she got one for vacation. So yeah, she had her pick of the litter, and she did not care. She was free as could be, okay? The woman I am meant to be. But yeah, free as can be. But as time go on, one of the guys, her funny guy that she has, he ended up showing that he could be so much more and possibly take all the places of the other ones that she got, okay? I am here for it. A Cover Girl Summer was so awesome for me. I really love that book so much, and I feel like this author can continue and continue to give me more. I'm excited about this one, and I also felt like this was perfect because the third one is coming out this year, and I'm just excited to be able to pick that up. But first, we got to get to through the second one, all right? So we could get to another one that Danielle Allen keep on giving and giving and giving. And with this being the month of February with romance in the air, all right, this is perfect. Perfect. All right, y'all, it's already getting good, okay? It's already getting good. So let's go ahead and spin and see what the second book for the month of February will be. Okay. So the next book that we have is Blood at the Roots. All right, I've been, like I said, this was I feel like it was a sign. Okay, I feel like it was a sign, not only with me putting this on my wheel of titles, but also with me adding it in my last video. I feel like this was perfect, and especially when it popped up at the time that it did, I feel like it was a sign telling me that I need to pick this book up and go ahead and pass on my 5 stars. Okay, haven't even read it, but ready to pass on my 5 stars. So in Blood at the Roots, we have our main character. He ended up going through something tragic from the loss of his mother. He ended up getting put in foster care, and he is well, not really tasked, but he wants to take care of his brother, his foster brother. And while he's doing that, he's also trying to keep it covered that he has the uncontrollable power. So finally, he wants to start a new life, start something new with him and his brother. And he ended up going to a university where he gets to live his life. But then he realized there's so many connections in the school that has to do with his mother's death and his powers that he has. And for him to be able to solve that, he has to rely on his community, look into what's going on in this school, and possibly find out his reason for being. This sounds so good. I really can't wait to read it, and I feel like just like the last one, this is gonna keep me on my toes, okay? And also the perfect opportunity to pick up the second one, because when I say that cover is fire, that cover is fire. Okay, guys, it's time to pick our second to last book. I'm not gonna lie, doing this wheel of titles really made me want to do a 5th one, but sadly, the month of February only has 28 days, and I don't want to be too ambitious, especially with me already having other books on my list. But so we're gonna go ahead and get into it. We're gonna see what that third book is. Hopefully, I can't even say hopefully it's the one I'm thinking of, because there's so many books out of this whole entire list that I really, really want to get to. And being able to put these books on the spotlight is such just such a euphoric feeling for me. So let's go ahead and jump into that third one, all right? And it has been chosen. It has been chosen, guys. Okay. The next one that I will be reading is Black Fatigue. This has literally, I've been wanting to get to this one, especially with the creator, YouTube creator that put this on the spotlight for me, which I'm so grateful for, because I'm going to be able to get more taste into Black Fatigue and where it came from, especially with seeing so many TikTokers talking about it. It's my turn to finally be able to experience it, and this is the perfect opportunity for that. So yes, perfect third choice, and it's short, so hopefully we can get through this and learn a few things along the way. So in this book, Mary Frances Winter, she goes over the experience of Black people facing racism and how it has caused a fatigue on the community, and pretty much what it can do to a society who continues to experience it, and pretty much all the atrocities that has happened with our community. So I really love this, especially with it being Black History Month. I definitely would have already experienced it, and that's not the excuse of using February, even if this is Black history month, but I still feel like it's time, it's been time to start learning, and this is the perfect opportunity. And I'm happy that I'll be able to follow this journey along with this author, and also comparing my own journey with it too. So yes, thank you for that. Thank you for that. Wheel of titles, you have chosen perfectly. Okay, we on to our last one, and I'm telling you right now, if this book is really short, I feel like the 3 books that I have already chosen definitely will take it over the top, and I'll be perfectly fine to add one more, especially depending on which book it is. So let's go ahead and see what we got. Well, see what I got to read this month to decide on if I'm gonna be picking a 5th book. Let's go ahead and get this wheel to spinning. All right, what will be my final book, maybe?
Lies, lies, and more lies, and lies on top of lies.
Yes, this is all I wanted. Yes, okay. Yes, the final book. All right, the one I have been hoping for, been wanting to read. Perfect opportunity, perfect time. Okay, perfect time. And that's Eternal Ruin. Look how beautiful this book is. I'm so ready to experience this. I cannot wait to jump back into this story, jump back with these characters. I'm not going to go too much into it. I believe I did a whole review on the first book. So if you want to check that out, it should be somewhere in the link above to be able to give you guys an idea of what the second book will be carrying on from. All right, but yes. So because I chose those books, all right, let me go ahead and show you the list I will be working with. This little short and pretty list, I feel like I could be able to get through these, and maybe one more. So let's be a little ambitious, all right? Let's be a little ambitious, and let's go ahead and add one more book. If I'm able to get through all of these books, then I will definitely go ahead and add it to the list and be able to start this one, even if it's at the end of the month and I take it into March. I feel like this will be the perfect opportunity to give another book one more chance. All right, let's see what the Wheel of Titles is showing me. All right, because it's already been doing some good things. Doing some good things. All right, one more time for the one time. Let's see what book it ended up choosing for me, and hopefully I can get to it after I finish these 4th books. But I want to give this one more time because it's been doing its thing. All right, it's been doing its thing. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have wrote that time.
Girl, really?
Maybe I should have wrote this time, but I feel like this is perfect. You know, I've been wanting to, not that I've been wanting to get to this one, but it's the Wheel of Titles is calling me out. Okay, it's calling me out because I have been pushing off on this one and only using it for a prop. So it's finally time to read it. All right, it's finally time to read it, and that is The Principle of Moments. All right, that's The Principle of Moments. So I'm gonna add this. Ooh, I got it backwards. I'm going to go ahead and add this to the list, and hopefully if I finish all 4 of those books, I will jump right into this one. So let me go ahead and show you the list that I will be working with. Y'all pretty much already seen everything, but let me go ahead and show all of these books lined up together. I feel like this was a perfect and pretty choice, and I feel like this is going to be a real good reading month, especially with these books. I want to be able to dedicate to this month to all Black authors. I already do it in my own free time, but regardless, I still want to make this only about them. Okay, they deserve the spotlight, and they deserve to be able to get some good for me to be able to give some good recommendations, and also keep on adding to all the books that I read this month by dedicating this whole month to them. So thank you so much for staying to the end of the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to be able to get some more books recommendation, more book talk, anything that you feel like you need. It is all here in Garcia's Book Haven. So once again, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.